Yeah, I ain't gonna spend too long on it, but I was gonna talk about this earlier. But I feel like this situation around Terence Crawford, I don't think everybody looking at it the same way. Well, I think everybody is looking at it the same way, I guess. From what I've seen. Yeah, man, they don't wanna show and improve. What's up, Grinch? You chilling? What's going on with you? You doing all right? We had a good talk yesterday. Yeah, what's going on, Grinch? You chilling? Yeah, I just don't know what the direction is. Well, I actually know what the direction is, but I didn't know things would happen this fast as far as what they bringing to the table overall in boxing. Kind of weird right now, man. Oh yeah, that what's up, man. Yeah, man. Glad to see you, man. That what's up. Yeah, that's definitely the news coming out basically. This is the best case scenario overall, I think. Even though it's been a lot of mistakes, I think everything that's happening right now is a good thing. It's a lot of controlled chaos going on. It's gonna help out for boxing over the next couple of months. It's gonna be hard to kind of, because a lot of boxers now. I didn't want to make this point right now, but I will. It's gonna be a lot of boxers trying to top that Tszyu and Fedor fight. Also, rolling Isak Cruz. I knew that fight was gonna have a nice build up, and the fight was gonna be good. But the Fedor and the Tszyu fight coming right after. Do I agree? I'm kind of 50-50 on it because I'm kind of 50-50 on it, honestly. If you want an honest answer, I'm 50-50 because I don't feel like at this point right now, I'm gonna tell you what I woke up. I'm gonna tell you what I thought today, and then I'll tell you what I thought yesterday. Today, I'm thinking, okay, just give Spence Fedor or somebody. If Fedor goes in there and finish him off, then we ain't gotta hear about him no more. If we really want to be, just clear cut about it, just give him Fedor. If you think he can beat Fedor, then take the chance. If you get stopped by Fedor, it ain't gonna look good. So it's a risk on his part. I don't know. At this point right now, with him being stopped by Fedor, is that a career killer? Is that a career killer, Grinch? If he gets stopped by Fedor? That's what I was thinking last night and this morning. I said, if the fight does happen and he gets stopped by Fedor, is that gonna be something that they look at him pretty like, I don't know. Could be a situation like that. At this point right now, I don't see him yeah, that'd be getting stopped, man. Yeah. Yeah, it would. It would. It would. It honestly would. I think in that situation, yeah, you getting stopped back to back. It depends how that second one gonna look. If it looks like a Lubin, if he does a little bit better than what Lubin had did, Lubin had hurt Fedor a couple times. If he could do something like that, then it won't be as bad. But if it's just one sided, Yeah, so I mean, everybody asking for it, so I'm kind of like, hey, is that what y'all really want? I don't know if they thought about it really. For what I'm, bro, from what I'm hearing, man, Pandora's people. What's up, Go Good? Shout out my brother, Go Good, man. From what I'm hearing right now, it's kind of weird, man, because everybody, I'm like, I'm not a super, yeah, shout out my brother, Go Good, man. I'm not a super Pandora fan, but I feel like I'm in a position right now where I gotta explain why Pandora's a threat. You know what? I'm telling you, I'm scared to go click on that video. That video I did Friday. I don't know if y'all was in here Friday. It wasn't that many people in here Friday. I don't know why. I did it at a weird time. But if you go back and look at that, listen to that video I did Friday, bro, when we was talking, we was all breaking down everything that was going on Saturday about the Fedora fight. I think we talked about the jab and everything. It's kind of weird right now. It's very weird. I think a lot of people starting to catch on, but I think we had a good idea last week. So it's kind of hard to explain it. We're basically talking about what we talked about last week. Yeah, they're not really looking at him as a threat though. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe am I losing my mind or something? They're not looking at him as a threat. They looking at him as somebody's gonna take the belt from him, whatever fight he has next. That's what's kind of weird for me. I'm like, no, it's kind of weird because most of the people they actually looked at Fedora as a big threat before that Mendoza fight. But Fedora came to fight, man. And then I'm gonna tell y'all another thing too. And this is no joke. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I went back and looked at the Fedora and Tim Tszyu highlights, and I realized something. Bro, if you listen to the commentary and the sound that Tim Tszyu was hitting Fedora with his punches, it actually makes Tim Tszyu look like he won the fight. No, he clear cut won that fight. And I'm gonna give you and people don't really understand what I'm saying because I listened to the fight with no sound, so I didn't know how loud his punches was when he was in Fedora. But if you look at the fight with no sound, it looks like Fedora won the fight. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why I was so sure that Fedora won. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. I'm just explaining the obvious that's coming to me, but I feel like the shots, if you listen to the shots that Fedora was throwing, Tim Tszyu was throwing, he was throwing some heat. And that kind of explains why I tell everybody the blood wasn't really a factor because Tim Tszyu was throwing some heat. That's why I don't know if everybody understand. I didn't even hear the punches until today. The sound of the punches. I promise. Today was the first time I heard the sounds of the punches. I had it on silent during the weekend. He was throwing some heat. Everybody acting like he couldn't see and he was missing. Man, he was throwing some missiles. Like, what are we talking about? He was throwing some heat. Everybody acting like I'm finna get up today and be like, yeah, Tim Tszyu get stopped by so-and-so. No, sir. No, I've never said that. It was a close fight, buddy. He was throwing some heat and landing. Trust me, I had it on silent, so I basically can that kind of helps in this situation. I usually don't watch it on silent, but I usually listen to somebody else, whether it's on YouTube, but since I had to do the commentary, I had it on silent. That kind of helped me look at everything. But Tim Tszyu was landing some. Then I heard the sound of the punches. Yeah. And y'all think somebody like Spence just gonna get in there with Fedora or Tszyu and he finna have his way? No, sir. Nah. And Tim Tszyu had an off night. That ain't how that finna go. So I'm saying, hey, if they want to give Spence Fedora for a weekend, hey, let him have at it. He might not be able to bounce back. I'm telling you, he might not be able to bounce back because I'm telling you right now, in that Lubin fight, Lubin was coming back, but hey, the way he was going toe to toe, the referee would have stopped that fight. I mean, the referee had to stop that fight. Somebody would have got hurt in that fight. So I don't know if Spence ready to get in the ring and have a fight like that. Fedor is not an easy guy to go toe to toe with. He has a lot of blood and injuries in his fights, whether it's Lubin or Brian Mendoza. All these guys' faces get messed up when they fight Fedor. I don't know. I haven't watched all 30 of his fights, however many fights he has, but I've seen enough fights to where, yeah, that tall guy, he does work. I know people were still making jokes about his height and stuff. I was like, that kind of threw me off going into the weekend of the fight. I was like, oh, okay. Wow. People think he's a joke. And then I heard a lot of people saying, well, Fedor, he came off a loss. How did he get a chance at the title? He was a late replacement. I mean, what are we talking about? Now we blaming him for getting in the ring with Mendoza, getting his head knocked off, and then being a late replacement for Tszyu? That doesn't make any sense. He was a late replacement. I mean, what are we talking about? He saved the weekend. I mean, thank him for you having to save your dollars. You know what I'm saying? You save your money. Anybody else, it would have been. I know Boacek. It would have been a good fight with Boacek, but he was a late replacement. You can't really do nothing like that. So that's kind of what threw me off. But overall, you can't blame a guy like that for being a late replacement. He saved the weekend. You know what I'm saying? That was an excellent fight from him and Tszyu. Everybody would like to see 2 more fights like that. Immediately. And I told people that. Everybody know this. Go Good, Grinch. All of them know. We've been saying for weeks, hey, hopefully Canelo get it together, because in the next couple of months, we've all been talking about these fights already. Bro, this weekend that just happened, it was a lot of bloody fights this weekend. A lot of good fights, toe to toe. A lot of dudes had injuries out of the fights. It wasn't guys just taking knees and quitting. It was a lot of. I don't think Spence IQ high enough to figure out. I mean, I will give Spence credit as far as his IQ. I wouldn't say his IQ would be the problem. I think Fedor, being a freakish athlete and a freak, you know what I'm saying, the way his reach is gonna be the problem, to be honest with you. If you ask me, but you know what I'm saying, you probably be more right than me. But I feel like his IQ wasn't really the problem against Crawford. I felt like more so, I don't know, overall, I felt like it was a couple of things, but overall, I don't know. It was just, nah, it's not a good style matchup overall. You know what I'm saying? Crawford been fighting guys like Spence all his life. We do got to recognize that too. I think in boxing, that's one thing a lot of people don't talk about. Like, the guys that most of these boxers have been growing up fighting those type of styles, that's gonna be easier for them, depending on who you are. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're a guy like Floyd, like, even I'm gonna tell y'all, uh, I'm just realizing this talking to y'all. Y'all remember when Floyd fought Zab Judah? When Floyd fought Zab Judah, you remember when Zab Judah jumped on him the first couple of rounds, first 6 rounds or whatever, and Floyd was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, what's going on?" You know what I'm saying? And then he had to remember and kick back in his mind, "Oh my God, I used to fight guys like Zab growing up. Let me go ahead and get back in the mix." You know what I'm saying? So Crawford kind of got that in his bag too. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Go Good. People don't really understand how good Crawford is. When we really talking about Terence Crawford, people don't know how good he is. So we got to look at it like that. Like, they don't know how good he is. They think he's super versatile. His bag is crazy. Like, they don't know how good he is. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand. He was just at 140, 35. People say he wasn't gonna do anything at 47. Yeah, Zab was a problem, man. Floyd was like, "Whoa, hold on. I forgot I used to fight these guys like Zab." It had been a while though. Floyd was in there like with guys like, the other guys. It had been a while since he was in there with a guy like Zab Judah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, even though he was a late replacement, he did have a loss. He was a late replacement, overall. Fundora was, but with Spence situation with his loss, and with ZELLE too, you know what I'm saying? ZELLE had situations where he had some tough fights, so he came in there with Floyd. Like, you know, some guys will be different after a loss. I think I had to see somebody in there with a different style in there with Spence. You know, Spence better with different styles. That's why sometimes I'm being real with y'all. Sometimes it is good for guys to I think they should have stuck to that strategy where like Tyson Fury, where he fought somebody. I think it was Wilder in the next couple of months. I think he had fought somebody else. I think boxers should do that more. Fight a mid-level guy, then a big fight. Then if you got a rematch, do another mid-level fight, then a big fight. That'll keep you fresh and you can get better in between fights. But they don't do stuff like that. Oh yeah, that Baltimore fight. Ooh, man. And look, and I don't know why, man. When ZELLE was getting in them kind of fights with those guys, I know people talked about the Tszyu fight, but when he was getting in fights with like those guys, it was too much at that point. And then you look at how many fights he got. ZELLE got a lot of fights on his resume. You know what I'm saying? ZELLE was fighting not too recently, not too long ago. People talking about Mike Tyson shoes. ZELLE was still fighting. Man, to be honest with you, I'm a huge Poirot fan. But I don't know. That's a 50-50 fight. I feel like that's a bad style matchup for Poirot. If you want to be honest, like as far as I don't know, what are we gonna say this the difference between them right now? I feel like Matias' jab is straight down the middle. You know, he don't got that overhand jab. So his jab is he don't turn with his jab, it's straight down the middle. So to be honest with you, I haven't really looked into it yet. But if I had to think about it real quick, I thought Poirot for like 2 months. I thought Poirot, but I think Matias, bro. I think Matias. Late stop is like 12th round. And I think I'm probably gonna stick to that. I don't know. I want to go with Poirot, but because Poirot's a good boxer, but I think Matias late round, jab. I think it'll be a wrap. I think he's gonna jab a lot more than people realize. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It definitely happens after losses. Yeah, you know the Canelo thing. People that make Canelo after um Canelo fought Plant. What was that undisputed fight? After the Bivol fight? Yeah, man. I think what's up with Frazier Clark in that last couple of rounds? What's up with his stamina? You think with his stamina that he be carrying a lot of weight? Like as far as his frame, you're not used to carrying a lot of weight. Them last couple of rounds, he be getting tired, don't he? I feel like if Frazier Clark just get 3 more good rounds, and that would have been an all-time fight. 3 more rounds. If you would have had 3 more good rounds in there, Worley was exhausted too, man. Worley was tired too. I was surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I take that back. Hey Adam, I take that back because Worley was exhausted like around the ninth, eighth, ninth round. I was surprised that Clark actually came back with that stamina. I thought he was done around the 5th or 6th round. I thought it was done. You think it's too much weight? He did look bigger, didn't he? He was bigger he's bigger than Worley right now. I don't know about weight, but yeah, I'm surprised. He's bigger than him right now. I don't know if that was a strategy or not. I don't know if that was a strategy or not. Yeah, he's bigger than him right now. You're absolutely right about that. That was a very good fight, man. I gotta do a video about that. I was on the live so long, bro. I didn't even know I was gonna be on there. You know, so much boxing going on. I was on there for like 12 hours, so I was like, man, I gotta get off. This is getting crazy. Yeah, Clark don't got that many fights too, man. I think they need like 4 fights. Right now, they need like 4 fights a year. They need to do whoever Joseph Parker working with, they need to work with Joseph Parker's guy. The guy who got Joseph Parker fighting 3 or 4 times, 4 or 5 times a year. They need to get with that guy. He's a beast. Because Joseph Parker's looking a lot better. You know, Joshua does the same thing. That's one thing I give those guys credit about. They stay in the ring and actually stay around. I think Clark only has 8 or 9 fights. He need to get that up to like 15, 20. He has to fight at least 3 or 4 times. With all these networks now, Boxer, Sky Sports, The Zone, they gotta do some stuff. We'll see though. That was a very good fight though. If nobody seen that fight, that Clark and Worley fight. Hey, that was a good fight, man. That was just as bloody as that Tszyu fight. It was getting real in that fight. Man, that was a good fight. Shout out to Big Win too. I know Big Win probably at work or something right now. Shout out to Big Win. I almost missed that fight. Yeah, Big Win and Go Good. Go Good told me about that fight too. Shout out to Go Good and Big Win. Shout out to Go Good. Appreciate that Go Good. I almost missed that fight. Yeah, man. Both of them fight blood. You know what's crazy? You gotta have 2 rematches now because of blood. 2 rematches. Yeah, Worley was done. I don't know if he must have started I don't know. I don't know if he was coughing on it or whatever, because after he started bleeding, his stamina went all the way down. Yeah, he want to fight Dillian White next. I don't know about Dillian. How you feel about him fighting Dillian White next? I don't know if I want to see Dillian White. I probably want to see somebody else. Andrew Ruiz would be nice. I would like to see Andrew Ruiz. I don't know about Dillian White though. You know, Andrew Ruiz still got fast hands. Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. I'm like, nah, I don't know about that Dillian White situation. There's some good fights coming on though. Hey, I got that. I'm telling you, every 3 days, bro. I missed a fight last night. I'm telling y'all, I stayed up to like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning last night, man. I fell asleep right before Jamel Herring came up. I was like 2 fights away. Man, I couldn't do it, man. I ain't want to go on live and fall asleep, so I just didn't go live. I was gonna do the Jamel Herring fight. They got a fight coming on every 2 days now. I'm telling you, just look on your calendar. Every 2 days they got a fight coming on. So we missed the fight this morning. Yeah, I don't know who he's gonna fight next. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I think they're up in his competition right now. I think next year he's gonna be pushed a lot more next year, because a lot of these guys are older. So if he want to get in the mix with these older guys, he has to do it, because Usyk, all these guys not gonna be around longer. It's not gonna be a long time these guys be around. That's why the heavyweight division, you're gonna expect some big fights. And let's just say the Fury and Anthony Joshua fight does happen. They still gotta fight somebody else. Anthony Joshua, he's not older, so still gotta have some big fights happen after that. So it's not like he's gonna retire after that, unless he's gonna retire. Maybe he does retire. Then guys like Jared Anderson do have to step up to the table. We don't got a lot of heavyweights right now. That's why they shouldn't have that many weight classes right now. We already don't have that many heavyweights. It's not like we have a ton. Unless guys gonna be fighting in multiple weight classes multiple times each year, I'm cool with that. But I don't think the apps is helping the fights happen more. I know they're gonna hate me saying this. They might blur the live or something, but yeah, the apps ain't really helping the fights. It's gonna make for bigger fights though. It's gonna be bigger fights happening, but we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. You know, it's gonna be like every 7, 8 months. some of these guys fight. You know, it might be some situations where they'll fight twice every 6 months, but most of the time it's gonna be some waiting going on just because of this app schedule and whatever's going on right now. It's getting all kind of. Yeah, it is. They gotta have somebody to fight though. I've seen a couple of fighters. They gotta have somebody to fight over time. Because you know, most of the fights is going on the heavyweight right now. These guys been in the same division for a while, so they still haven't fought each other. So hopefully it's not like that. Hopefully the young guys kind of push all that out the way. I definitely hope that happens. But yeah, man, I wanted to actually talk about overall today, just in boxing. This can go for anybody right now. Any situation really. Because a lot of people were discussing the losses, you know, people coming off losses. You know, that's happened in situations like Lomachenko and Canelo, in different situations like that. From what I've learned over the last couple of weeks, it depends on what kind of resume you actually have when it comes to guys actually coming off losses and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Most of the guys that's coming off losses, they gotta have super, super superior resumes. Because guys aren't really fighting enough already. And then when they do fight, who do we want to see them in the ring with? Because this will be a point I haven't thought about, but a lot of people say, well, I want to see a fighter with a big time. I want to see a fight with two big time fighters. And then they say, well, I just want to see these guys get active. You know, you got to have one or the other, you know, sometimes. And then a lot of times right now, it's not even about the best fighting the best right now. Because I told people for a couple of weeks now, you know, well, a couple of months, hey, you know, Tszyu might be a factor in boxing this year coming up. I feel like he's gonna change things as far as guys not fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying it for a while about Tszyu. He's gonna make guys fight each other. You know, my prediction is right, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can go over there right now. Tszyu is making people fight each other right now. Just because he jumped in the mix. I'm gonna tell you, because it explains a lot of things he was saying. Even though he took the L, people think like, you know, you got to be a real boxing fan to understand this. You know, a lot of guys, I'm starting to understand now, a lot of guys, it's just like certain boxers, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to understand the whole point. But Tszyu is actually a young guy who jumped in the mix, and now he has names like Terence Crawford, uh, Fedor, Spence, all these guys' names are back jumping again. You got to understand, Fedor was a guy that people pushed to the background. He wasn't really thought of because of that one loss he had. So was Earl Spence. So are these other guys around 54. So we have one guy who's basically fought a guy who's a tough late replacement, another young guy who's basically lit a flame in the boxing now. Now this new season of boxing is on fire already. And it's gonna put pressure on a lot of other boxers too. I know people thinking about Terence Crawford. I'm gonna tell you what's funny, because I don't know, maybe I'm gonna have to play the role of the Joker or something, because I find myself in that role all the time. But if your favorite boxer doesn't perform as good as Fedor and Tszyu did, that's gonna be a bad look on him. I know a lot of people saying, well, you know, Shakur Stevenson, he looked bad in his last fight. You better hope your favorite boxer don't look bad in his next fight. You know what I'm saying? While people talking about, yeah, this guy's ducking, better hope your favorite boxer don't look bad in his next fight. I'm telling you, I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. There's a lot of that going on. I see a lot of people just worried about certain fighters like, oh yeah, Rolly. Man, it's gonna be some more dudes get dead like Rolly. Rolly ain't gonna be the only one that take a beating like that. People gotta understand that. Rolly is not gonna be the only guy that get beat up like that. That's just one weekend of boxing. And these not even the big fights. You know what I'm saying? A couple of months ago, I just heard everybody say, oh, these ain't even no big fights, man. I wanted to see Rolly fight Ryan. Oh, I wanted to see Rolly fight Tszyu. Oh, man, Tszyu fighting Keith Thurman. Don't nobody want to watch that. Then they said Fedor. Oh, man. You know, well, at least he fighting Crawford. I said, I don't know if I said this. I said, I don't know about guys setting up fights with Terence Crawford before their next fight. People don't want to talk about that either. Ain't nobody discussing that. Everybody just did a million videos last week about Tszyu versus Terence Crawford. I did about 1 or 2 videos saying, hey, they thinking about doing it. I ain't said nothing about, hey, I guarantee it's going to happen. Bro, I made videos saying it's not a guarantee it's going to happen. And guess what's going on now? Everybody on YouTube is not talking about Tszyu versus Terence Crawford. Y'all don't know, but these dudes that doing all this talking, they trying to talk their way out of last week information they put out. They be finessing. Straight poker game. They playing blackjack all the way, and they winning. House money. They were just talking about Terence Crawford versus Tszyu last week. Even when Earl Spence announced the fight, they like, yeah, you know, we think Tszyu gonna fight Terence Crawford next. Now, let me ask y'all a question. I thought Terence Crawford was ducking Tszyu. What happened to that? Let me put that up because, you know, people put that in my comments for 6 months. Now, if I put it in my if I put it on my page, I'm putting some up. Oh, my bad. If I put this up for 5 seconds, everybody gonna say, oh, you ignorant. People put that in my comments for months. Tszyu ducking. Terence Crawford ducking Tszyu. I'm like, bro, how is Terence Crawford ducking Tszyu? He ain't even fought at 154 yet. I'm like, what are you talking about? I said he just fought Earl Spence. How you ducking Tszyu? So let me, because I gotta be ABC about people on YouTube. Because they'll sit here, I'll ask this question, they'll be like, huh? So let me ask this question on my own, because I gotta be ignorant these days. And you know what? I like Tszyu. Never said anything bad about Tszyu, but I'm a villain. I'm a villain out here. I have to be that way. Because people don't like what I talk about, and they don't like what I like. So guess what? They gonna hate. So look, is Terence Crawford still ducking Tszyu? That's all I'm asking about. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Is Terence Crawford still ducking Tszyu? When the fight gonna happen? And then my next one I'm gonna have to make is Tszyu versus Crawford still gonna happen? Y'all gotta realize, man, these people love. Oh, my bad, man. I see y'all in comments. Hold on, give me a minute, man. Because, bro, because I'm gonna tell you, bro, people are looking at my face and talking about boxing and a lot of me. They don't respect no. I don't think it got. Yeah, it is politics. I ain't even finna disagree with it. I'm sitting here finna disagree with Go Good. He's saying the right answer. Yeah, it's politics, man. It's too many politics, to be honest with you. And it's going super left. Hey, Go Good. I don't think it's going good, the politics they playing, because we got people saying now that PBC wanted Fedor to win. I don't think I'm gonna entertain that. I think that's I think that's cowardly. Somebody saying that. But we got people saying that, so I don't think I'm gonna entertain that. I think that's anybody saying that really. I don't want to judge everybody on a opinion, but that's below sea level. Yeah, but it's definitely politics. It's definitely politics. I really could go in about everything, but I'm just going piece by piece. I really be dog walking everything. I could go in about everything about Terence Crawford today, but I don't want to say too much. But I'm definitely gonna let it be known that, as far as overall, I'm gonna tell y'all too, man. My favorite boxers have been getting laughed at about the business deals they took. As far as how Terence Crawford, I'm not gonna name any other names, but I'll just say Terence Crawford right now. My favorite boxers, like Terence Crawford, people have been laughing at him about how he can't get fights and how he doesn't take good contracts and he should do this and this and this. Let me tell you how much these dudes is cowards, and I don't care who y'all subscribe to or follow. No disrespect, because I like everybody. I hit the like button on all these guys' videos. I'm not a hater, but I will say this: if you got guys running around talking about what Terence Crawford need to be doing and all that, these guys are idiots. And if you still follow these guys, I don't know what to tell you, because isn't Terence Crawford the only guy, right? One of the only guys in boxing right now that's actually fighting everybody that the fans want him to fight? Or am I lying or these fans lying? Because I'm gonna prove everybody lying right now. Isn't Terence Crawford one of the only boxers right now that's fighting everybody that the fans are asking him to fight or trying to fight? Am I lying or is everybody else lying? Because I like to draw a line down the sand. It is what it is. What side you on? Because now I see a whole bunch of ignorance going on. And I'm an American, bro, but I'm not finna do, what I'm saying? I don't want to use no profanity. Trying to stay away from that, but I don't like to do all that stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? The clown behavior, bro, I'm not gonna really entertain none of that stuff. Because right now, what I'm seeing right now is, and I ain't want to get into it, but I'm a man and I can say whatever I want. And if anybody want to debate what I gotta say, well, they can come say what they need to say. It ain't gonna work out for you because, I got information, so that's key. But what I don't like right now is you got people from other countries and in America. You got people in America who are sellouts. People in America are sellouts. Okay, we got sellouts in America right now who are disrespecting their own talent because people do sell out. I don't know if everybody knows. It's not just celebrities; it's regular human beings that sell out. If any narrative I want to push out there for the next however long I'm on YouTube, I want anybody to know human beings, regular 9 to 5 human beings are sellouts. Period. Sellouts. Dudes is talking about nothing they got to do with boxing. I see it. I'll talk about boxing for 4 or 5 hours. I go click on somebody else's channel. They ain't talking about no facts. You know what I'm saying? Dudes just listen because, yeah, he like my favorite boxer, and I like that's clown stuff, bro. I don't want all that around me, bro. I don't do that, bro. I don't be in Clubhouse, bro. I don't want to be like, I don't want to have no Clubhouse kind of feel. Y'all know how dudes be on Clubhouse just talking to each other? Yeah, man. I don't want all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too much of that going on. Like, can we learn anything? Are we going to talk about the fight game, or is this TMZ Sports now? Like, what's going on? Because only in this country, bro, we disrespect the talent. I've been sitting back looking like, okay, let me observe. Bro, I'm gonna be real with y'all. There's no disrespect. I gotta keep it 1,000 with y'all. Earl Spence ain't never, and I'm a huge Earl Spence fan for at least 10 years. Let's get this understood. We're supported everything he's done in his career. Period. I know more about Earl Spence than people even can realize. He ain't did enough in boxing to the point where somebody should throw Terence Crawford under the bus for Earl Spence. Nobody can Nobody can prove that to me. It don't matter what, no matter how you feel. You know what I'm saying? No matter how you feel. And a lot of people don't like that. They just jumped out. 3 people just jumped out of there like because I said that. Good. Because you know why? I'm not finna sit around here and lie for nobody. And that's the truth. And that's the truth. What has he done in the sport of boxing? We just had a classic fight this weekend that didn't include Earl Spence. It didn't include Terence Crawford. Didn't include Canelo. How many dudes on YouTube told y'all it was going to be some classic fights on this weekend before they happened? That didn't include none of these top guys they talk about every day. These dudes talk about the same guys every day. Who been reporting on all these fights that are coming up like I have? Nobody. So I already been telling y'all. Not to toot my own horn, but I will. Like, these dudes really ain't talking about no facts in boxing. They don't care about that. They just want to know who favorite boxer. If you realize that most of the time, I don't every person who YouTube I've ever watched, we don't have the same favorite fighter. You think if I'm learning about Anthony Joshua on somebody else's YouTube, you think me and him gonna have the same kind of favorite fighters or something like that? Like, nah, man. Dudes is clowns though. They don't want to know about boxing. They on some fan stuff. They on some fan stuff. Because when Mayweather was coming up, we didn't have people trying to say, oh yeah, well, we think this guy's better than Mayweather or this guy. They didn't really compare guys to Mayweather like that. In America. I mean, they did it a little bit with Shane Mosley, but I mean, that's Shane Mosley. We acting like he was, come on now. But at this time right now, it's like, yeah, man, Crawford, he got to earn this and that. He got to earn stuff. Out of all the people that's fighting right now, Terence Crawford got to earn something? Bro, that's not boxing what dudes is talking about. And I ain't talking about politics. I'm talking about what these fans talking about. These fans are clowns. These fans are clowns. And if I don't let that be known, they might sneak over here and think it's cool. It ain't cool to be over here. Not talking like that. Not talking like that. Not in boxing. Not in boxing. You know what I'm saying? And you should treat boxing like you deaf. I don't care what these guys are saying or doing. All I care about is what they do in the ring. I be hearing too many grown men, bro. I'm gonna be real with y'all. This is a life lesson right here. I be hearing too many grown men saying, man, I don't like how Devin Dad be talking. Bro, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what men don't understand. Like, bro, like dudes will beat the brakes off you in real life. They don't care about how you feel. What you talking about? I don't know what dudes be understanding. Like, be grown men with kids like, man, I don't like his dad. Man, it's a lot of kids that don't like you as a dad. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of kids at school don't like their kid, your kid's dad, which is you. You know what I'm saying? Dudes like, man, I don't like them and dad. Man, it's a lot of dudes out here that got kids. They don't like you. Kids don't like y'all either. That's what dudes don't understand. It be too many feelings in boxing. They don't have nothing to do with boxing these days. I just be watching and listening. Y'all ain't never heard me talk like that on here. Dudes be getting too personal. Like, keep feelings out of boxing. That's what we need to. I need some headlines. I don't know what the other one I said, but keep feelings out of boxing too. These dudes be like, man, I'm a man, man. You know what I'm saying? Half these dudes be like, I'm a man. Half on, they really about that. But for some reason, they letting feelings come in between boxing, and they ain't throwing no punches. I be saying that. I seen somebody say, man, yeah, man, I don't like how so-and-so said this, and I don't like how this video came out. So I'm like, bro, these grown men talking like this. And people wonder why I be dolo. I be super dolo. I got PTSD because dudes be talking like that. And we just talking about boxing. We ain't talking about nobody debit card or we ain't talking about nothing like that. We talking about just boxing. These dudes like, man, yeah, I don't like so and so made that comment. So yeah, I'm like, bro, it's just boxing. Like, we talking about the fight or we talking about what's going on in the locker room? You talking about what Becky said? Like, bro, we on that. We bringing that kind of energy to boxing. Like, I gotta be the one to address that. Like, I want y'all to observe that. Like, forget the fight game that's going on. It's a lot of feelings going on in boxing. Dudes be really emotionally tied to this. Like, I've seen boxers like super excited the day after they didn't cash their check, win or lose. Like, life goes on, man. Dudes is like, yeah, man. I don't understand, bro. I really don't. If I was Terence Crawford at this time right now, I would kind of like do my own thing and kind of like I know people wouldn't like me to say this, but who cares? Because y'all already say Terence Crawford resume ain't about nothing anyway. So it ain't like nobody expect nothing out of him. If you say he ain't did nothing, why we expecting something out of him? For the last 5 years, I've been hearing Terence Crawford don't want to make no big deals. He don't want to fight nobody. But for some reason in 2024, these dudes think that Terence Crawford finna make a big fight out of nowhere. Now they saying, yeah, he gonna make a big fight. I thought you just said he wasn't gonna make a big fight. He ain't A-side. When did he become A-side? He still, people say he ain't worthy of a fight right now. So what side is he on? Is it B side or A side? Oh, he just gotta wait. Oh, okay, he gotta wait now. Okay. Let's see how good boxing is with Terence Crawford waiting. I have no problem seeing some of y'all favorite fighters get destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Because people like, shoot, that was a good fight for Tszyu. You know what I'm saying? That was a nice little sparring match for Tszyu. It was a L, but he ain't going nowhere. You know, see somebody else do that. That's what I'm kind of waiting on. Let's see somebody else do what Fandora did to Tszyu. Because I'm a fan of Tszyu and Fandora. I feel like anybody gonna have a problem getting in the ring with them. You know, a lot of people seen Lubin get in the ring with Fandora. You know, a couple of things went wrong. You know, I think guys didn't really think that Fandora was like 25, 24. So they don't know Fandora is that young. A lot of guys think Fandora is 30 years old because he's 7 foot tall. But Fandora was just 24, 25 years old fighting top contenders with a belt. So stuff happens. I don't know what people are starting to realize. This dude is a problem right now. These dudes. Okay, we're going to see. We're going to see. I actually love this role in boxing. You know what I'm saying? I don't like being the guy who just agrees with everybody. I don't try to be an outsider, but come on, man. A lot of people on my channel pick Fandora, man. It's not a lot of idiots that follow this channel. It's a lot of geniuses that follow this channel. I know a lot of guys pick KO, but hey, they pick Fandora. That's all I know. 33%. That's a lot of people. They just run around thinking, yeah, Fandora got lucky. Bro, that's disrespectful. I'm not finna let y'all walk around. We got people on the channel that pick Fandora to win. And now we gonna say, yeah, the blood and all this other stuff. And then we saying guys is better. They'll watch Fandora. Just super disrespectful. I've never seen a guy who actually won a fight that got more disrespected than what Fandora is getting disrespected from. But it is what it is. Then my thing is Terence Crawford's taking shots from it. And then when I said something about anyway one day, everybody went, oh my God, bro, you don't get up out of here, bro. Get out of here. You think if everybody making remarks about the number one guy pound for pound for years every day, the number two guy, I can't say nothing about him. Man, bro, you don't get up. Nah, homie, I don't roll like that. I don't roll like that. I don't like another boxer that much. Nah. That's too much now from what I'm seeing now, these guys is like, yeah, man, we need Spence to get in. Like, bro, and you know what's crazy, bro? I didn't. If y'all notice, a lot of fans in America haven't really disrespected Earl Spence. I just want to go over that real quick before I go on my little tangent. I just want y'all to think about that real quick. Terence Crawford in a win has been disrespected more than Earl Spence has in a loss. You know what I'm saying? I just put out a video last year knowing, you know what I'm saying? I've been saying, oh man, you know, Earl Spence, he been playing around. I've been saying for years, Earl Spence been playing around. He been taking his time towards the fights. He fought Crawford, so I said, all right, let me give him credit. I'm gonna take up for him. You know what I'm saying? Now it's back to the business side of things, but he tried to make it seem like he was a victim at certain points. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But that's at the same time, nah, bro. You ain't made that many business moves. Terence Crawford has fought on multiple platforms now. And dudes acting like, yeah, man. Like Terence Crawford is the only fighter trying to fight everybody. These other fighters ain't trying to fight nobody. I haven't heard people saying, yeah, you know, if things go wrong, you know, maybe Spence could fight Tszyu or something. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? They not even thinking about that though. They trying to include other things. But we gonna see though. It's gonna go left for a lot of people. I'm telling you. It's gonna go left. It's definitely gonna go left. I think one thing I was really, really ahead of, I'm talking about probably too far ahead of, but at the end of the road, it's gonna be like Tszyu and Jaron Ennis. Please believe it. Watch. It's gonna happen. After all this goes away, Jaron Ennis and Tszyu, they're gonna be standing at the end of the line. Trust me. People don't understand now, but you'll see. This weekend was actually going to be different. This is actually like Plan C. People don't even want to talk about that. This is like Plan C, the fights that happen. A lot of these fights wasn't supposed to happen. The Rolly versus Cruz, that was a last-minute fight. Jaron Ennis was supposed to fight on this card. So that would have changed everything. But, you know, that's how boxing goes. But I know how everything changed, so I had to change the plans on a few things. Everything going to be the same, but as far as on that end, I haven't been reporting. That's why I haven't reported no Jaron Ennis news. I'm not one of those guys. I'm not finna clickbait nobody to death. Until some real news, the news I did put out, yeah, that's real news. He was in court and all that other stuff, but I heard he got all that finished recently. But yeah, as far as the Terence Crawford fights though, we gonna see, man. Because if Terence Crawford's not in the way right now, let's just say Terence Crawford wasn't fighting right now. We just had Tszyu, Spence, Fandora. It's not gonna look the same. And it's only gonna be what, 2 or 3 fights out of that. 2 fights, really. So you're not gonna have much to go around. People better hope Terence Crawford sticks around for a while. If he does, it's gonna be a lot of problems for people. It's gonna be a lot of problems. But I told people too, man, and I want people to hold on to this. These young guys like Tszyu, Fandora, let me put this banner up. These young guys like Tszyu and Fandora, they not playing. I told people was like, oh yeah, Charlo, you going too hard on Charlo. Tszyu, he can't mess with Charlo. Now y'all heard everybody saying Tszyu couldn't mess with Charlo. That's why I know how to play both sides, bro. You know what I'm saying? I heard people saying Tszyu couldn't mess with Charlo last year. Now everybody a super Tszyu fan. They think he won the fight Saturday. Oh, y'all ain't noticed that? Oh, okay. I remind everybody then. Y'all don't remember all these videos I done put out? What people were hitting the dislike on? Well, I was talking about, yeah, Tszyu, you know, he gonna be a problem. And everybody talking about he ain't on Charlo level and everything else. Now they think he washed him Fandora, and the blood helped Fandora win. But last year you didn't say Tszyu was that guy? Come on, man. I know a bandwagon when I know one, man. Come on, man. I really do this, man. I know a bandwagon when I know one, man. Come on, man. Just heard these guys saying that recently. I know a bandwagon when I see one. It's a lot of bandwagoning going on. I ain't gonna go too hard on it because everybody got to find out soon. But hey, you know what I'm saying? People still be seeing it. They don't even want to. They try to hide the obvious, bro. Like, yeah, I wasn't thinking that way. You was definitely thinking that way. I know it. You was in the comment section. I remember. Yeah. They definitely was saying that. People go, it's a lot of narratives people push. These fans, I love when they sit up here and say somebody ducking. Bro, I turn into a vampire when somebody say somebody ducking. That, bro, this the wrong channel for anybody to do that. It ain't no other channel that really shuts that down like that. But, bro, I love when somebody say that. Name the time and place somebody was ducking. And I'm going to find it out. I'm going to figure it out ASAP. Somebody ducking who? What time that was? Okay. We'll find out. I heard Terence Crawford was ducking Tszyu. I heard a lot of people saying Terence Crawford was ducking Tszyu. Is Terence Crawford still ducking Tszyu? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure that out. I told everybody Charlo let Tszyu off the loose, man. Nobody said nothing, bro. I told everybody last year. Charlo going to Canelo instead of Tszyu was going to unleash Tszyu on everybody. I told everybody last year. Now everybody know who he is now. Charlo like, oh, Tszyu, he ain't nobody. He ain't no big fight. Oh, he ain't a big fight. Okay. He just made a big fight with the late replacement. How he ain't no big fight? The guy that everybody said, oh, he got a fight off a loss. And he won. And he was a late replacement. That's why I can't push narratives around here, bro. I just tell the truth. And everything I say, it come. As long as you tell the truth in boxing, bro, it's going to happen, bro. Tell me. I'm telling you. It's going to happen. You ain't got to play no sides. Like I tell everybody, I'm just reporting the news, bro. I'm not sitting around trying to figure out who deserved this and all that other stuff. That's coward stuff. Everybody trying to play God in boxing. Oh, this guy deserved this and he deserved that. Like, bro, get out of here, man. Y'all ain't never put no fight together. You don't know who deserved what. Everybody talking about Tszyu was ducking Crawford. Then they turn around. Yeah, man, these fans, bro, they all over the place right now. One thing I know about everybody, people don't mention Tszyu name with Spence, and they don't mention his Tszyu name with Ennis. So until that start happening, even off a loss. Okay, yeah, Tszyu lost. Oh, he won? Yeah. Tszyu lost. Yeah, without the blood, yeah, he would have won. I agree with all that. What about these other guys, though? When they gonna fight him? That's why I said, bro, even off a loss, I was still gonna say something about Tszyu. I understand that. That's what people don't understand. People gonna say, and this was funny. A lot of people say that Fedora would beat Spence. Then they say, oh, but Tszyu will wash Fedora in the rematch. Oh, okay. What you think he gonna do to Earl Spence then? Like, bro, do y'all want to talk about it? You not want to talk about it? These dudes don't want to talk about everything. Yeah, but so and so deserved this, but he deserved this. Okay, but what about when he get what he deserved? What's gonna happen then? If Earl Spence get what he deserved, what's gonna happen then? Over Terence Crawford. That don't make a lot of sense to me. It's not hard to address, bro. It's not hard to address. What I've noticed over recently, bro, people just want to pick sides on it. And that's why American fans in boxing is finishing last right now. You still got people talking about Tszyu, Terence Crawford ducking Tszyu. Bro, I said like 3 months ago, I don't know why these fans coming over here saying this, but I'm gonna put out like 3 videos to let them know. This might be the wrong channel for you if you think I'm gonna be in America with the #1 pound for pound fighter, and you're in Australia with Tszyu, who isn't on pound for pound, and you're telling me that Terence Crawford is ducking him. Like, bro, you out your mind, man. Come on. Get out of here. Tszyu didn't, and then you got Americans like, yeah, Tszyu would have beat he would have beat one of our fight. Like Australia, if Sebastian Fandora was in Australia, he would have never they would have never said that he would have watched that he got watched by Tszyu. These people are clowns in America. They don't even understand the fight game, and then they sitting around here just talking crazy. Trying to be wrong and fair at the same time. Trying to be fair, but you're wrong. That's what's crazy. It ain't no cheating in boxing until somebody they like lose, and then it's, oh yeah, it's cheating. That exposed everything in the fight game. It ain't no cheating till their favorite fighter come around. Dudes is clowns, man. I don't like all this stuff that go on in boxing, man. For real. Like Terence Crawford, he shouldn't fight no more. I don't like dudes being 36 years old, however old he is. I don't like dudes being that old, being #1 pound for pound. Gotta ask somebody else, do they want to make millions of dollars? Like, man, just don't fight these dudes, man. If I'm Terence Crawford, I just don't fight these dudes. You ain't trying to make nothing happen. All right, man. Just let everybody believe I don't want to make millions of dollars. Yeah, that old man. Yeah, he gonna fight that old man. Yeah, I had said that some months ago though. I think everybody had forgot about that old man fighting anybody until he had knocked out O'Hara Davies. I keep calling him the old man, but Ishmael Barroso. But I don't see Pitbull running through the 140 division though. Running through the 140. I don't know who gonna run through I don't see nobody run through the 140 division. I think a lot of guys gonna get beat at 140. A lot of people say they know who the best at 140 is. Bro, we don't know who the best at 140 is. We don't. Honestly, we got an idea. Cruz is definitely a top guy. I'd say top 2, top 3 off that performance. Especially the way he went in there. Yeah, it's gonna be a good fight. I forgot who said Teofimo and Pitbull Cruz. I'm tired of Pitbull. To be honest with you, Pitbull Cruz been fighting a lot of these other guys. I want him to fight a guy like Teofimo or something. I know Teofimo been taking somewhat difficult fights, but I want to see him in a ring with a guy like that. I think they trying to because I hear a lot of people trying to match Pitbull up, but I'm like, man, he's only 25 years old. Y'all trying to match him up like he's one of these older guys. They be putting pressure on these young guys, but then these older guys, they're like, yeah, man, he's 33. Like, man, I don't care how old that guy is, bro. Is he still fighting or not? He making $35 million and we count how old he is? Nah. I just realized though now, a boxer who's 33, that's old now. But they'll still watch it. Yeah, I've been telling people he was. I've been posting them. You know, they don't be hitting the like button, but I've been posting Eastside Cruz, telling everybody. I've been telling them, man. That's why I just put out the information, man. Over time, you know, people realize I be ODing on the news. It be hard to find the news, man. It be hard to find this news. I don't be reporting on just articles. I be coming up with all this stuff. Yeah, pit bull a problem though. I think I heard now that people starting to realize y'all know this. I already reported on that, but 154 and 140. Most of the guys on my channel I've been reporting is 140 and 154. Everybody from 154, I reported everybody this weekend already for the last couple of months. Yep. I knew all these guys were gonna be a problem. It was definitely an excellent card, but what I noticed is a lot of people, man, a lot of people is nut hugging. They own PBC is nuts. These dudes been typing PBC sucks. I gotta say this too. I'm gonna say this. I don't care who don't like, cause I'm tired of dudes acting like, bro. Now the dudes is on their knees for PBC, and they talking about Pitbull, 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 but they didn't like PBC just a minute ago though. Ain't Pitbull one of the faces of PBC? So how everybody a super Pitbull fan, but they don't like PBC? But they like the fights that Pitbull and man, dudes, man, they need to cut out that little the fake little game banging they doing in boxing. It's starting to look corny. Cause now every time somebody say something about Pitbull, if I be like, hey, you like PBC? Nah. So why you don't like PBC? But they be pushing Pitbull so hard. Oh, I just like Pitbull. Oh, that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. No, that don't make no sense. I see a lot of that. That's why I said, bro, it's a lot of I don't like exposing stuff, but it's just natural to me, man. I don't like fakeness around me. I know everybody say I'm real. We're gonna see how real you is in a minute. Cause PBC is definitely something that people still be bringing up. I'm like, bro, cause when the Canelo thing was going on, they was like, yeah, Canelo leaving because PBC is not doing this and this. I'm like, Pitbull, you know what I'm saying? Pitbull enjoying PBC. Bro, I might have said that in that video. You know what I'm saying? I think I brought up Pitbull when people was talking about PBC. They talking about, nah, Canelo said this about PBC. I'm like, Pitbull seemed like PBC doing an all right job. Now everybody just fanned out over PBC and Pitbull. Oh, I'm like, bro, quit bringing up these platforms, bro. I hate when people do that. It's so lame to me. It's just something else to talk about that don't got nothing to do with boxing. I feel like automatic. I don't want to go at people just because of their different viewpoints, but you know what I'm saying? Dudes be talking about casual, then they bring up something about a platform. Like, bro, I don't work for television stations, bro. You know, so I'm not a tech guy. I don't work for nobody's platform. I'm just here to talk about boxing. But they be fan. I see that now. They probably gonna hate that I be saying that, but hey, if it's the truth, why hate on it? Why is the truth? Why is the problem to call out the truth? If somebody don't like the truth, that means there's something wrong with them. Ain't nothing wrong with me. But yeah, the pit bull thing it's outrageous, bro. And I'm a huge nobody's a bigger fan than Pitbull than me. And that's a fact. I'm not over exaggerating. I'm not over exaggerating. That's why I be saying, like, dang, bro, Pitbull, my favorite fighter. I'm giving people exclusive. Pitbull don't speak no English, bro. I'm sitting around here giving everybody stuff Pitbull saying in English and everybody. People don't even hit the like button. They don't even understand that. Pitbull don't speak no English. And I'm sitting here getting all the information he's saying way before. Like everybody reporting now, I said months ago. The Tank fight, I already said he's gonna fight Tank. People said a couple of months ago they didn't want to see Pitbull fight Tank. I explained everything Pitbull said in English. Then people still like, oh, I'm like, dang. I got everything Pitbull said in English and I can't have nobody hit the like button. I'm like, wow. I ain't think about it, but I was like, oh, okay. That's what you get for being a real boxing fan. I'm talking about the man don't even speak English. I'm sitting around getting everything before everybody else do who speaks Spanish. And everybody like, yeah, you know. I'm like, wow. You know, it just goes to show you though, y'all don't think about stuff like that from my viewpoint, but on the outside looking in, yeah, it be weird, bro. Boxing fans is weird. They don't want to hear the truth, bro. That's why a lot of times I don't be trying. If I be snappy and rude, I don't be trying to hear what nobody's saying for real. I mean, before, I don't know. I said that yesterday. I don't know if you was here. Before, I think he'll have a chance. I think he'll definitely be able to win if the fight happen right now, because he been fighting a lot more. Tank ain't fought in what 14? Well, almost. I think it's been 12 months. Might be 11 months, almost 12 months. He hasn't fought. Tank ain't fought in what, about 12 months. So if he would have fought in June, that would have been 14 months for Tank. I would have picked Pitbull. You gotta understand, when Pitbull fought Tank the first time, I'm the one who told everybody it was gonna go 12 rounds. Everybody called Pitbull a bum, bro. That's what I'm saying. I be getting offended when people be fanning out over Pitbull sometimes. Cause I'm like, bro, they just called that dude a bum and everything. Then they wasn't even saying nothing about Pitbull after his last fight. After Pitbull's last fight, nobody wasn't even mentioning Pitbull. And he fought on what? Pitbull fought on the Spence undercard, I think. What undercard that was co-main event Pitbull was on? He fought before, I think, Spence and Crawford or somebody like that. It was either Spence and Crawford or Canelo. I think it was Spence and Crawford. Yeah, people didn't even talk about Pitbull after that fight. So I know what fans really think about him. If you want to keep it 100, I'll keep it 1,000 for real. Ain't nobody, I'll keep it 1,000. Whatever fans thought about Eastside Cruz last July, June, whatever his last fight was, that's what they think about Eastside Cruz. I think everybody right now, they on a high. I think that's what's really going on. Because a lot of people didn't think Tank was even, a lot of people complained about the fight. Go back and look at the fight. Whatever year it happened, 2021. Go back and look at when it happened. December 2021, 2020, 2021, whatever year that was. Tank replaced Rolling with Eastside Cruz, and everybody lost their mind, man. Oh, Tank fighting a bum. I said, I'm the only guy. That's why I said, bro, I should get a like every time somebody hit my live. Every time somebody hit my channel, just for the fact I even said that. On God, bro. On my mama, everybody should always hit my, just for that fact. I'm the only person that stamped Eastside Cruz before that fight even happened. On my mama, and he had a loss already. On God, I should have a like every time somebody hit the chat. That's on everything I love, and I can prove it. And I'm a super Tank fan. I'm a super Tank fan, and I picked Eastside Cruz to go 12 rounds. On my mama, everybody should support me for that. Just for that reason. But dudes be hating because they be like, oh, you don't like who I like. I don't care. On my mama, nobody doing that on YouTube. I don't like to brag, but nobody on YouTube did that. And that was years ago. Eastside Cruz had a loss. And I still said he had a chance to beat Tank Davis. Then when he went 12 rounds, everybody said Tank went 12 rounds with a bum. So sometimes I don't even like talking about Eastside Cruz with people. Not you, Go Good. I'm just explaining the obvious that people don't want to bring up. That's why sometimes I'll be like, I just talk about another young guy. Like at this point right now, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. Like when I used to listen to rap, by the time these dudes get famous, I'll probably just move on to somebody else, whoever next. So on my channel, you might see a pattern of me moving on to the younger guy who next, the next Eastside Cruz, the next Devin Haney, or the next so-and-so. I usually do that. I don't usually ride out with guys like Spence or stuff like that, because it get old after a while. You know what I'm saying? Because people forget what they said 3 or 4 fights ago. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he definitely got a belt. He definitely got a belt. But you know, Eastside Cruz, I'm talking about as far as the fans, like Eastside Cruz was already fighting, man. Like the fans is they weirdos, man. Like Eastside Cruz was already fighting on PBC. He was already fighting on PBC before he even fought Tank. He was a late replacement. He wasn't supposed to fight Tank. Tank gave him the opportunity. People wouldn't have known who Eastside Cruz was if Tank Davis didn't fight him. How could you be an Eastside Cruz fan and you didn't know who Eastside Cruz was until Tank Davis? How could you not be a Tank Davis fan? People will say, yeah, Tank got a weak resume. But you like Eastside Cruz and he was a late replacement. That's kind of weird. So overall, bro, like with me, man, I keep it 100 all the way down the line. That's why I know when somebody posing. There's a lot of posers out here. Like they boxing experts for real. Dudes like, I've been in the ring. It's a lot of dudes that been in the ring that don't know crap. They can't pick a good boxer. Ain't nobody making champions out here. The only person I've seen really make fighters is these fathers out here who done barely boxed. You know what I'm saying? Like dudes acting like, yeah. A lot of these boxers who been in the ring, they can't train their sons and things like that to get in the ring. So if we want to keep it a buck, we can keep it a buck. Do we want to keep it a buck or don't? Okay then. These boxers don't know how to pick fights like that. If they did, they'll be billionaires. Come on, man. They know just as much as I do. Let's keep it a buck. And they don't know as much as I do. Cause I ain't watching them all day. They watching them all day. But yeah, it'd be crazy to me how fans don't really want to give people like Eastside Cruz credit until somebody else validate him. Like he was that guy before he fought Tank. You know what I'm saying? I think he had he was in the Olympic or national gold glove, something like that. I don't know what it was. But I got some stories coming out about Eastside Cruz, man. He got some stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's a beast. I'm a huge fan of these guys. People don't understand that though. That's why I'm glad I got this channel, because when I told people, hey man, you might want to bet on that old man. You know what I'm saying? Ishmael Barroso, and he knocked the old boy out in the second round. People wasn't even paying attention to that fight. They barely did a prediction fight on that. Everybody did a post fight when he knocked them out, but nobody did a prediction. If you go look at my page, bro, I don't never report no sorry fights. Every fight I've reported has been basically an instant classic. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to warn people. It's gonna be a good fight on this weekend, so we're gonna go down everything. But I don't try to overlook everything. I'm kind of growing up now, bro, to the point where I'm not just looking at a certain fighter because it's American. Well, I never looked at things like that, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I really grew up, you know what I'm saying, walking around. You know what I'm saying? Everybody said they was outside, but they act like they ain't never been outside. Because they only pay attention to certain fighters from America, and then they one-sided on that. Like some guys don't even know the American fighters. Like, what are we talking about? We got people that just found out who Terence Crawford is. Like, what are we talking about? Terence Crawford's 36 years old. How long you been watching boxing? How many Saturdays do you watch boxing in a year? And why are you just now finding out that Terence Crawford is a good fighter? So if Terence Crawford would have never fought Earl Spence and he would have fought you in the street, you would have thought he was a bum? Bro, that's why dudes have to have firearms, bro. Period. End of story. These dudes be acting like, yeah, I know how so-and-so fight. I can tell. Like, okay. You can tell. Most of America can tell. And I'm tired of that. Like, America doesn't know. They don't really know they got to get back to knowing the style of boxing, man. People don't really study the art of boxing. They really do not study the art of boxing. That's one thing I'm starting to realize. They don't like guys who go 12 rounds, and they don't like guys who can just knock out people. Terence Crawford does both of that, and they don't like it. So the fans don't know what they like, man. They'll say, "Oh, I don't like Floyd because he don't knock out people like the old school guys used to." And then you get a guy like Wilder, he knock out guys. They like, "Oh no, he can't box." Then you get Crawford, he can do both of them, but they're like, "No, he don't make as much money as Spence does." What's up, Devo? They like, "Yeah, man, he don't make." So it's a lot of people not mentioning Tszyu name with all these guys though. That's why I was saying over the time, like it's gonna catch up with a lot of people. You can try to line up fantasy fights and everything else, but people trying to jump in the mix right now. It's looking weird. You know what I'm saying? It's looking weird. And you got Fedor, basically he holding the belts, and everybody else kind of like, yeah, I'm trying to figure out what my position is. Like, it looks weak. And you know what the funny part is? Nobody thought this would happen. Now everybody, bro, it is so funny to me. I'm telling you, it is so funny to me when I turn on these videos and I'm hearing guys say, "Hey man, Fedor should do this. Fedor should do that." Bro, do y'all know I put out a video Friday saying all this stuff these dudes talking about today? The stuff they talking about last week, I was talking about Friday, warning everybody like, "Hey man, this might go left." They like, man, nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? Tszyu gonna win this, and Crawford next. Crawford next. Man, these dudes don't know boxing, bro. I'm telling you. Every time a dude trying to line up a fight next, it don't never happen. Yeah, I just gotta let them know though. You know what's up. Of course, we know how that goes. We know how that goes. Tszyu an animal, bro. Ain't nobody sitting around. Hey, you know what I noticed, G? I noticed that ain't nobody talking about Tszyu will get walked down by nobody. I ain't heard nobody say Tszyu will get walked down. And then I'm gonna tell you what else too. I didn't know Tszyu because I watched Tszyu fight plenty of time. I didn't know he was throwing that heat like he was Saturday. Everybody talking about he can't see. Well, if he couldn't see, don't let your favorite fighter get in front of him when he can see. Since that's the excuse we using, because he was throwing some heat. He'll knock any of your guys out right now. I've been telling people that. They like, oh yeah, he's not that good. But now they think he won the fight and he can win next time. These dudes all over the place, man. They all over the place, bro. They like a prize in a Cracker Jack box. They just dancing around. Bro, you do know that you do know that Boots went 12 rounds recently. You do know Boots went 12 rounds recently, right? We ain't gonna talk about that, right? I guess what Karen, that Korean dude, you know he went 12 rounds recently against that dude, right? Damn. Hold on. Hey, you good? Hold on. What the world going on? Oh yeah, he's still good. He didn't answer. What is that? Ain't no top guys around 54. That was the top guy. Devo, Fedor is the top guy. Fedor. I mean, Devo, that guy Fedor was the top guy. Man, bro, you crazy. Mel went 12 round with Castano. Castano, he went 12 round with Castano, man. Castano didn't retire, man. That don't mean nothing, bro. That don't mean nothing. What that money talking about? What that money talking about? If you would have bet against Fedor the weekend, you would have lost everything. What that money talking about? That was if dudes had to bet their life on certain fights, it'll be a wrap. It'll be over. That's when you know dudes. Hey, Devo, that's how we'll know dudes take boxing serious. Hey, you lose this fight, but if your last day here. Oh well, I ain't gonna pick who I like then. Oh okay. Fedor dog walks everybody. Bro, Fandora ain't lost no rounds like that. That's what I'm trying to tell people. People ain't watch Fandora like that. First of all, anybody giving Tszyu an excuse of why he couldn't knock that skinny little guy out. He's skinny, man. Fandora made like he made like a cardboard. He made like cardboard. And this dude, y'all talking about how skinny Fandora was, and Tszyu he couldn't knock him out. Bro, Tszyu ain't knocked Mendoza out, bro. I don't think y'all know how good. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if y'all know the fighters y'all be looking at. Mendoza, Tszyu ain't stopped Mendoza. Tszyu ain't got no knockouts like that. I don't know why everybody think everybody Deontay Wilder. Tszyu ain't got no stops like that. Nah, it be messing up. It be messing up when I send it. When I be having two on here, it be breaking up. So you saying that Tszyu, Jamel Charlo is better than Tszyu right now? Well, hold on. I don't know. Jamel probably is an option. I mean, I would be extreme to say he'll get washed at 54. Because, you know, he didn't get knocked out by Canelo. So that is saying something. So I can't see what Devo saying in that situation. But bro, I didn't hear Tszyu the sound to today. I ain't hear the sound of the punches to today. Yeah, man, but I don't think he ain't going to 54 though, Devo. That's what I'm saying, bro. He said he ain't going to 54. He's not going to 54. Two things he ain't finna do. He ain't finna fight at 54, and he ain't finna fight he ain't fight no small names. So if you're not like, I don't know, man. Kind of weird when he said that. I don't know. I seen, shout out to Blue Blood. I seen this on Blue Blood channel. Blue Blood said he had a seizure. You can see it on his channel though. He put it out on his channel. Shout out to Blue Blood. I did see it on his channel. I seen it on his channel. He reported it. He know more than I do, so I don't know. I don't report on nothing I don't know. I don't like to. But he said he seen it on, but I don't. He said he had a little situation in the hospital and everything with personal issue, but yeah, you ain't seen it. I ain't even want to ask what it was. I don't know. It can come from multiple things. You know what I'm saying? I thought it would be the other one that was getting down. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. That's kind of crazy to me, Devo. I don't know. Kind of crazy, bro. Yeah, that's it's the younger one. The younger one getting the younger one, the little one. No, it ain't the older one. It's the little one. I don't know what they got going on, bro. They be really yin yanging, bro. You know how they be like the twin thing. Nah, he talk to their peoples, bro. Talk to their peoples. No cap. Nah, he ain't capping. Talk to their peoples. Nah, he would put that out there. Nah, that ain't nothing to play with. Nah, he ain't playing about that. He put his peoples called him. He talked to his folks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what? That sounds like a substance abuse issue or something. But the other one I thought was doing all that. So I don't know, man. That's a setback though, bro. That's a major setback. That's why I was kind of like, he gonna be out the picture for a minute. I see him probably returning, bro. No lie. I see him returning next year, man. Like early next year. Like early spring. Like around this time next year, probably. A little bit early, yeah. Definitely a setback. He that ain't nothing to play with right there. Hey, you know, he a big dude, so I don't know if he still be trying to diet or whatever. Them dudes big, man. It's getting rough around there right now. That's why I said, man, people gotta understand if it ain't shoot in a minute, it's just gonna be boots. Hey, in a minute, it's just gonna be boots. That's what I'm saying. They gonna try. Hey, Debo, they gonna try to put all kind of stress on boots. That's what I'm saying. They ready to do it now. They want to put all that 54 pressure on boots. That's why I was like, man, I'm gonna just put boots around Tszyu. Anybody else, I don't know. I'm gonna let everybody else because everybody else, people got business to attend with Fedora, like Lubin. He want to get a rematch and all the other stuff down the line. I don't know about right now, but before all this stuff happened. But now with all this stuff happening, it's like it's a lot of shuffling going on. It's good. It's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he does. He's super straight. I saw. Yeah, he's super straight. Yeah, he's super good. He definitely is. I don't know, man. I think if you hear about the checks they get fatter, the way Tszyu and these guys putting on performances, they do another rematch. That pay-per-view will be nice. So that might get these guys. I'm telling these young guys, bro. These young guys finna change boxing. I'm telling y'all. I've been saying it for the last couple of weeks. But these young guys, they finna shake things up. Nah, he had his court case. He couldn't do nothing. He couldn't do nothing. He had that court case. He couldn't do nothing. He couldn't do nothing. Yeah, his promoter, that promoter situation he had, man. Yeah, bro, I just told you, bro. No cap. I don't. Yeah, the man. A lot of people been interviewing Gary Antoine, bro. Bro. I'm telling you, PBC know what they doing. They know what they doing. They starting to focus more on. Yeah, like Gia say, man, Boots versus Ortiz would be an excellent job. Fight. Boots versus Ortiz. That's a good fight. I like Boots versus Ortiz. But hey, G up. That's like a fight from 2 or 3 years ago. We were trying to do. We were trying to do that fight 3 years ago. Virgil Ortiz looks at Boots as a one of the fights he wants to save. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If he stay there, he was staying last year. He could have made 35. If he stay there, man, that's what I'm saying. That's why a lot of people, I'm like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I want to see how Rances look against Jose Ramirez. Then I'll figure it out. I want to see how Rances looking against Jose Ramirez because Antoine just fought Rances recently, so I want to see how Rances still at that level. Trying to see something. Yeah, it'll be around November. Yeah, I reported that already. I put the video out yesterday. I had the information about a couple of days. Yeah, they're gonna put Fedora on that the same schedule that Benavidez was on last year. That April, then November fight. They're gonna do the same thing. Yeah, he gonna be on that schedule. Oh, he gotta have surgery on his nose. See, everybody ain't even talking about that, man. They gotta have surgery on his nose. Dang. Oh, that was before Devo. Woo, Devo, he was leaking. Man, he was leaking. He was leaking. It was like the second round, I want to say. It was early too, because I said, is this? I said, hey, I asked everybody in the chat. I said, is this nose bleeding? Because it was super dark already. When he started bleeding, it was dark already. I'm talking about it was running like a faucet. I said, hey, is Pandora nose bleeding already in the second round? I said, he done. He finna get knocked out. Nah, let me tell you what, Devo. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you why I disagree with that. If you go back and look at the fight, Tszyu, that's why I said Tszyu ain't got power like everybody say he do. He was landing hard shots throughout the whole fight. Everybody act like Tszyu was missing or something because he had blood in his eye. Bruh, what's gonna happen is everybody gonna see this. What I'm hearing right now, Devo. This why people like Tszyu gonna be in a bad spot, and Earl Spence gonna be in the same position. I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of fans guaranteeing that Tszyu gonna beat Fandor in the rematch, and I'm gonna get rich messing around with these dudes, bruh. If Fandor rematch Tszyu, and I'm a huge Tszyu fan, I'm putting some paper down on Fandor. People guaranteeing. I don't know who they think Tszyu is. Man, I'm betting. It's gonna be a bag too. It's gonna be at least 1,000. It's gonna be at least 1,000. Man, people guaranteeing. I'll lose that 1,000. People guaranteeing that he gonna Tszyu gonna beat Fandor, guaranteed. Man, people talking like Tszyu, Floyd Mayweather in the Maidana fight. That's crazy. Oh yeah, all right, we can do a Hundo. People talking like Tszyu, and I like Tszyu. Tszyu done got dropped before twice in the fight, man. Tszyu done got dropped in the first round twice. I don't know what Australian fans that y'all have been around. Tszyu, one of my favorite fighters. He'd have been dropped twice and it's not a guy named Fandor. He'd have been dropped twice in the first round. Do y'all know that Tszyu always comes out aggressive in the first 2 rounds? I don't know if people understand that. He always comes out aggressive in the first 2 rounds. He done got dropped twice in the first round. Twice by nobody's. No, I'm just talking about people guarantee. I'm just talking about people guaranteeing the win. I ain't talking about that he ain't that guy. He's definitely that guy. I've seen a lot of guys get dropped that's that guy, but I'm saying as far as like guaranteeing, because Fandor is only 26. I don't know how. Hey, I'm gonna ask Debo this too. Before what's up, Go Good? Hey, Debo, I got a question. Do you think that Fandor is better in the last fight than he was in that Lubin fight? Because he was throwing some heat in that Lubin fight. Yeah, Tim a problem though. I'm not gonna lie, Debo. I'm gonna have to watch that fight back with the sound on. He was throwing some heat, man. I ain't hear it till today. But Fandor was, man, he was jabbing, bro. He stayed disciplined. And you know what? You know what's crazy? Fandor's dad said he was gonna do Fandor's gonna do everything he did. Yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. Me too. Man, they could have made that fight. That's why I don't like the apps, bro. No disrespect, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to PBC for putting on a big fight. I feel like they put on a classic fight. That's why I don't like the apps, man, because that fight should be coming on in July. No, July at least. You know what I'm saying? These are young guys. These ain't no older guys. Yeah, he did his part. Oh yeah, of course. I'm definitely gonna be getting to the narrative. That was a classic fight, man. Yeah, he wasn't fighting like no small person. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Fandor was beasting, bro. Yeah, he fought tall against him. I don't know, man. I gotta watch Fandor's dad a little bit more. His trainer. His dad was like going into the fight. His dad was like, he's not gonna do the same thing he did last time. I guarantee it. Like, so I know people say Tszyu come from a boxing family. I told people Fedor does too, man. Like, I think I said that before the fight. But yeah, he wasn't fighting like no small person. That jab he was eating him up with that jab, man. Even Tszyu said, man, he a warrior. Tszyu said it, bro. He was like, he a warrior, man. He won that fight. And that's what I'm telling people. I've been trying to, and y'all all making my point right now. I agree with everything y'all saying. If Canelo would have been in that ring, nobody would have cared if Canelo lost. We just want to see you fight Benavidez. Canelo don't understand that. Tszyu getting the credit for losing right now because he went in there and he was a problem. And he took a hard fight and it was on short notice. Bro, both of these guys is, bro. Hey, Debo. Debo, you see how these boys just set 154 on fire again? Man, it's a wrap. Yeah, that jab was key all night, though, Grinch. That jab was key all fight. Nah, it wasn't real stiff. It wasn't like, it wasn't real stiff. He wasn't moving around that much either. I noticed that too. Fedor wasn't really walking forward like that. He usually walks forward. He wasn't going backwards, but he wasn't really like on the front foot like he usually is. I ain't gonna lie, man. Fedor did an excellent job, man. For him to be a young guy like that, as far as his IQ, he did an excellent job, man. His dad did an excellent job with him, but he did a very good job. He did. I ain't gonna lie, man. PBC put on some classes this weekend, man. I mean, a top rank did too, though. That Zordo fight was straight too. That Zordo fight was like that Tszyu fight, but without it didn't have no blood though. Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Because Tszyu don't really get no excuses. So I'm kind of like, that cut, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of like 50-50 on it. So I understand what y'all saying about the cut. But at the same time, like, man, I don't want to give away from, because Fedor be beating the crap out of dudes. But what will be bad is if Fedor does it with no cut, then people will say, man, but Tszyu just ain't that good. Nah, it ain't that. Fedor's a freak. He's young too, man. I used to be scared when I first seen him boxing. How skinny he is, but nah, man, he has real power. Them bones hurt. Yeah, it did. It did. If he wouldn't have been accurate, he would have got dropped. It did. They was I'm not gonna lie. What people don't realize, they was landing a lot in that fight. They was throwing some hands. Tszyu was landing. He was throwing some heat at the end of that fight. And they were both in shape, man. For them guys to be out that long, they was in pretty good shape. Everybody was actually on the card. It wasn't nobody really out of shape, man. I gotta give everybody props on that. Yeah, Fedor, yeah. I ain't gonna lie though. If y'all go back and look at that Tszyu fight and Fedor fight, when Fedor start throwing that left hand and Tszyu start countering, man, the fight started getting good around that part. I forgot what round it was. It might have been after the 7th round, 6th, 7th, 8th round. Yeah, he was eating some big shots. Yeah, he was. I'm not gonna lie. I was waiting on him to make like a face or something because of his nose. I said, man, why he ain't doing that? Because he was getting hit in the nose a lot. So I was thinking, man, his adrenaline must have been high. Because, Tszyu, after a while, he wasn't really wiping at the blood no more. Man, that was crazy, bro. That was a classic fight, man. For real. That was a real good fight. These older guys, they got to do something. I'm glad, bro. Hey, Fedor and Tszyu, they made me look good this weekend. Because I hyped them up, man. Like they was going to be, man, I hyped them up good. Yeah, Keith Thurman would have got destroyed in that fight, though. And another thing, too, bro, we would have never seen that good fight if Keith Thurman would have fought in there. I think it would have been a different fight. I'm glad it kind of went that way. Yeah, he got a real stiff jab. He got a real stiff jab. His jab was a little more loose in that Regis Prograis fight. In that Loma fight, he was very, he was locked in, I guess, but it was stiff in that fight. You ain't lying, Debo. In that Loma fight, bro, he had a close in jab in that fight. Yeah, he does. He does. Thing I like about Benavidez jab, bro, he'll slap you with it. Like, for real, man. It's like one of those clown slaps. I just seen guys get buzzed from a jab of Benavidez. Yeah, he is, man. Over time, it's kind of. I'm glad he wasn't, bro. I'm glad he wasn't clinching in this fight. If he would have clinched, he would have got destroyed. That's the smartest thing he did in the whole fight. If he would have clinched in that fight, even with Tszyu bleeding, he would have destroyed Fundora. Nah, he's not skinny. Oh, I ain't gonna lie, Debo. He accurate though. I know he be doing a lot of stuff, but he accurate and he got good stamina. I don't know how to judge. I know he be doing all that other stuff that be going on, but as far as the fundamentals and everything, he can jab good and he got good stamina. He can jab real good and he got good stamina. I think he might be a little too small for that weight class just now. He might have to fill in a little bit more for that weight class. Cause you got guys like Anthony Yard in that weight class. I think Anthony Yard will watch him right now. What you think he'll do against Anthony Yard, man? You think Fandora's stamina better? I think they both got good stamina. I couldn't really tell who was lacking in stamina. I would probably have to agree with you though, because I just realized all that blood he had going down while he was breathing and stuff. He has to, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta agree with you on that one. I didn't realize he was breathing while all that was going on. I knew he was bleeding out his nose, but at the same time, that's a problem. Yeah, me too. Me too. I think he just hey, yeah, hey, Devo, I'm glad you said that. I think he need to get a little bit bigger for that weight class. 175 a big weight. He in light heavyweight. If I was him, I'd go to 168, but he at 175, he probably got to fill in for that weight class. Then you got Benavidez going up. Hey, they don't like him though. They don't like him. They don't like him. They said, we like him over here more. Hey, Devo, they said we like him. They said we like him more over here than they do over there. They said he mostly has the American style. I said American style. Yeah, he is. He is. I like him. I like him. Yeah, he a cool dude. When you look at him and stuff, he be clowning in the ring, but he seemed like he a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie though. I do when he be doing the head taps though. Dudes be they be trying to stop. Hey, when he be doing that head tap, I do like that. I ain't gonna lie, cause dudes be trying to keep guys from knocking them out by trying to get the referee to save them when they do that back of the head stuff. Yeah, he the real boogeyman, man. It's gonna get serious. He go out there and stop Vosic and on that Tank Davis card. It's gonna be real ugly. That's gonna be a very good card, man. I can't wait till that fight happens. Bro, it's gonna be a good summer for boxing. This gonna be the best. This gonna be one of the best years of boxing since. Man, I don't know. It's been a while. It's gonna be a big year. Yeah, I seen him had a lot of views. He had like 10 million views on a video. I was like, wow. Yeah. That's already going on. Yeah. He can box. Hey, he can't fool me. I said, oh yeah, he can box for real. Yeah, man. I'm a Cambosos. Even though we got a couple of losses, we bouncing back. I'm a Cambosos fan, but I got Loma Washington. If Cambosos end up winning, hey, I'm gonna be happy, but I got Loma definitely watching Cambosos. It's gonna be a good fight though. But styles make up, man. Cambosos, he's different. Depending on the styles, he'll make the fight interesting. So we gotta see. He's been quiet. He's not really trash talking Loma, so I don't know if they're gonna do any more promo, but I haven't heard him talk about trash talking Loma. He usually doesn't trash talk unless somebody says something, but I don't know. Sometimes he does. I ain't gonna say all the time. But it's definitely gonna be a good fight though. Yeah, Cambosos, Loma, Hitchens fight this weekend. They got somebody else fighting this week. Yeah, they got Hitchens fighting this weekend. They got Pro Box next weekend. Oh, they got Jared Anderson fighting next weekend. Then they're gonna have Devin Haney. Then man, they're gonna have that Inouye and Canelo fight coming up. Lomachenko. November gonna be November gonna be crazy. They got Navarrete fighting on a Monday, bro. They got man, they got this dude Navarrete fighting on a Monday. Oh yeah, Loma don't talk trash. He ain't. Oh, Loma done took some shots at Tank now. Hey, Loma done trash talk Tank. I don't know why. He didn't definitely say something about Tank. I don't know how him and Tank had a back and forth, but that's the only person I heard Loma actually go at like that was like Tank Davis. He liked Tank though. Tank a good fighter. But yeah, I'm ready for Loma to get that belt at 135. I don't know, man. Real talk, bro. I got a video coming up. Oh, that's why Tank said something to him. Oh yeah, yeah. Everybody. I still want to see people fight Loma, man. I don't know what everybody. When Loma get that belt, we gonna see. I noticed one thing too, Debo. Hey, Debo. I noticed one thing, Debo. It's a lot of guys leaving 140. I mean 135. Eastside Cruz said that. Eastside Cruz was like, I'm not leaving 135. It's the only belt they got for me right now. I'm not gonna turn it down. But Eastside Cruz said, I told y'all, he said it in Spanish too. He said a lot of guys is leaving 135 because it's getting hot. He said, I'm not leaving 135 because it's getting hot. So when he said that because a lot of people were leaving 135 right now because they don't want the smoke. So we're gonna figure out the next couple of months. I'm just gonna make a long list of everybody who getting out of 135. Most of these guys is because of weight, but it's a few guys, they young, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got no excuse. And they ain't fight for no belt like Eastside Cruz, so it definitely don't make no sense. Yeah, that's the fight I actually tried to have shoot. Hey man, Shakur Stevenson, he gonna have to sign with PBC, man. If Shakur Stevenson signs with PBC today, he can have an Eastside Cruz fight by the end of this year, next year. He signed to PBC right now. Shakur Stevenson signed to PBC. They'll give him a Eastside Cruz fight right now. I mean the styles. I mean I'll watch it, but it wouldn't be one of the top ones because I'm gonna tell you why. It wouldn't be one of the top ones because after the Kambosos fight, I don't know, because Loma ain't fought in a year. So I'm looking like Loma got what, 2 or 3 good fights left in him. I don't know if I want to use one of those on just Eastside Cruz, because we still have Tank, Shakur Stevenson, these other guys, and then we got Eastside Cruz at 140. So I think Cruz will have to fight him at 140. So now I don't know if Loma trying to go up that high, because Loma could have went down to 135. I mean 130. I'm just kind of glad, to be honest with you. I'm just kind of glad Loma's still at 135. So as long as he's still fighting at 135, he could have went back down to 130. That's what everybody else wanted him to do. So as long as he's still doing that, I'm kind of happy. Yeah, I'm kind of good with whoever Loma fight, man, to be honest with you. But would I pick it before like Tank or Shakur Stevenson? I don't know. I'll probably have to go with Tank, Shakur Stevenson. Let me ask y'all the question. Would y'all rather watch Loma fight Cruz or somebody like Keyshawn Davis or somebody? I want to see Cruz fighting up. Oh, yeah. Cruz going to fight somebody elite. It's too many guys at 140. Bro, 140 is loaded. Like around Christmas this time, it's going to be, by that time, it's going to be a lot of fights that happened already. We're going to see who good at 140. Then Matias fighting in what, 2 months? A lot of these fights happen in 2 months, so it's not going to be that. Man, I like. Yeah, but man, they be building. I understand what you're saying as far as him being new, as far as building his name up. But I feel like I mean, he beat Pedraza, even though Pedraza old. He ain't saying nobody. He don't mean like nobody, but he mean like. But I think Keyshawn moving. I think Keyshawn moving fast right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, because let me tell you, Grinch. I just heard people saying, Ernesto Tito, Machado, he moving slow, and he only been pro for 3 years. I'm like, man, come on, man. He only been pro for 3 years. They only been pro for 3 years. I think Tito in the same situation Keyshawn is. Tito got a fight coming up too. I'm supposed to report it. But yeah, I think Tito in the same position as Keyshawn. I ain't trying to move them too fast. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys, because Eastside Cruz, he's been pro for a while, so he got a lot more experience. Even though he's younger than some of these guys, that's what I'm saying. Eastside Cruz, 25 years old, so it ain't really too much pressure on everybody else. He's moving fast. That's why I say a lot of people saying, well, I'm being ducked. Hey, Eastside Cruz moving at 135, 140. You better figure it out. You talking about between Loma and Keyshawn? Ooh, oh man. Jesus. Right now? Oh, y'all talking about Keyshawn and Tszyu? Man, that'll be a good fight. I ain't gonna lie. That'll be a good fight, y'all. That's a good fight, man. Do y'all think that'll happen soon? Cause Bob Arum, he gonna definitely keep Tszyu fighting the guys at the top rank. So I don't think Tszyu gonna fight Sandor Martin again. Now T.O. would have fought certain guys, but he been picky lately. T.O. trying to get that money, man. I'm gonna be real with you. He do be ducking a lot. But some of them fights, he be trying to get that money. He trying to get what everybody else getting. I don't know. Tszyu kind of pushing it, man, because he be like borderline, almost getting that pay-per-view money. Like, hey, man, you gotta sell some pay-per-views. You're gonna be doing all that. especially these days. Oh yeah. Yeah, they cool though. Hey, they cooler than what I thought. I thought they didn't like each other, but no, they cooler than what I thought. They ain't cool, but they know each other. Let's just say that. Don't call me out. They know each other though. Hey Devo, they do know each other though. Yeah, I was looking at that like, nah, don't do that. I ain't gonna lie though. That's why hey, you seen Grits on the last video I said Tszyu, I gave Tszyu a break, man. He been fighting some guys. He fought who? Jermaine Ortiz, Josh Taylor recently. Fought Sandor Martin, Cambosis, Loma. He done fought some guys, so you know I done call the dogs off. No, yeah, Ortiz, yeah, facts. Well, well, yeah, that's kind of true. That's kind of true. Hey, Devo, I feel like one more fight though. If I had to be unbiased, I'd probably say one more fight. Hey, Devo, I say one more fight, then yeah. I want him to get one more fight. I don't think that last fight. I probably want him to get one more fight. I don't want it to be close. If I had to pick Keyshawn, I'd say one more fight. I need to see him do somebody dirty for like 8 or 9 rounds. And then I can kind of be like, okay, I'll pick him against Tszyu. Cause I would pick him, but I just need one more fight though. I just need one more. It don't really matter as far as yeah, TFM might be fighting some dogs, man. He got a little resume. That's why I called the dogs off. I was like, he fighting some people. I mean, the last guy, the Steve Clagic guy, I know he got like 8 losses or something. He top 10, I think. I seen him top 10 recently, a couple of months ago. So, you know, everybody go off the rankings when they don't know about nothing else, but that's not what we trying to pay for. Yeah, Ortiz fought Loma. Yeah, he fought Loma and dang, I don't like going on top of the dome so much. Then he fight Costacia out too. Yeah. Yeah, when he did that, they got it crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I think Loma would have probably went back to 135, 130 if he wouldn't have lost. When he lost, he was like, nah, this ain't finna happen. Yeah, that helped everything. I picked you on that fight too. No, it wasn't no beating. Yeah, that what I'm saying, man. Hey, Grinch, that's what I'm saying. Everybody acting like it was a beating in that fight. I did a video about that a couple of months ago. Everybody like, yeah, it was. Bro, it wasn't no beating in that fight, man. Come on, man. Hey, TFM might have got marked up by Lomachenko though. Man, he was marked up. I think he had almost a black eye in that fight. Yeah, man. I think if Tszyu would have fought Ortiz earlier, like 2 years ago, they should have fought 2 years ago, probably 2 or 3 years ago. It probably would have been a better fight than what we seen in February. Tszyu fight different right now. I ain't gonna lie, Tszyu fight different, man. He got a bad performance. I'm sitting around here talking about him like he coming off a knockout win or something. I'm tripping. Hey, no cap. I think Paro is a big name, bro. I think Paro is a big name. I know people might look at me like I'm crazy, but I think Paro is a. I mean, he just knocked out Montana Love, man, in a very great performance. I knew he was gonna do it too. He a very good. He a good fighter, man. I'm telling you, Paro gonna show up. I don't know if he gonna win, but yeah, you talking about a big name though. Yeah, you right. Yeah, I know you right. You right. You right. You right. It's gonna be one of the ones though. Hey, Grinch, I think it's gonna be a situation like how we had this weekend. Where people gonna say, wow, that was a good fight. I think it might be one of those fights. Cause a lot of these guys, they borderline millionaires. They're not millionaires like these other guys. They're trying to go for it. Yeah, I definitely feel like that's a good fight though. Teofimo been putting in some work, man. I had looked at his resume. I said, yeah, he been fighting a lot of guys, bro. Even though Kambosos has been taking some losses, he's still been, Maxie Hughes, Teofimo, Lomachenko, Devin Haney. Some decent fights. But like everybody said though, they've been having a little mini tournament at Top Rank. I don't know if the tournament's still going on. From what I've seen, it looks like it is still going on. So a lot of these people still got tournaments going on. At PBC, it's a 154 tournament going on right now. At the Zone, they finna start the 140 tournament. That's gonna be with Liam Paro and Matias, and then Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. That's gonna be part of it. So I think right now they're gonna probably try to have Tank Davis down the line, try to include him with Isak Cruz, but PBC smart. They're not gonna rush that fight. If they gotta do De Los Santos versus Tank next, they will. But if they want to drag out the Pitbull Cruz fight until next year, around this time, they might do it. We might most likely see Isak Cruz fight Tank this time next year than we would the end of this year. That's almost a guarantee. I feel like the De Los Santos fight is gonna be most likely something he'll do. Depending on what happens. You know what I'm saying? Rayo go out there. If Rayo go out there and destroy De Los Santos, it ain't no way fans ain't gonna want to see Tank fight Rayo. You know what I'm saying? That's just gonna be honest. That's gonna be two revenge fights, and he just went out there and flatlined two guys that basically, fans are familiar with. It's a lot of options right now. But yeah, Paro, he's not gonna be enough for Matias. Matias got to also, these days the fans want to see you impress somebody. So if you can be impressive in your performance, now if he goes out there and has a sloppy performance, it might not go good. They might be like, I don't want to see that fight. That's why I'm kind of confused on Terence Crawford situation. Like, he coming off a good performance. A lot of people still want to see him with Canelo though, from what I'm seeing. I know a lot of people have the headlines with the guys who's fighting now, but it's a good percentage of boxing fans that's still holding out for Canelo at the end. So I don't know. I think they're kind of giving up on the Benavidez thing. Yeah, I know it's a lot. It's a couple of people want to go to that fight. It wouldn't cost that much to go to the fight if you have a plane ticket. You don't need a passport, so yeah, I think it's gonna be a good fight, man. I know GX was talking about that as far as the fights on there because Puerto Rico had that Jake Paul fight, and it didn't really sell good. Then Amanda Serrano kind of canceled, so I think they're gonna show up with this fight. They gotta have a big event. Yeah, it's just fans not familiar with them. Gotta see him in there with some different styles. I mean, like most boxing fans, even his own fans, they want to see him in there with a different style. They want to see him in there with a different style. I think he's better than what most people realize. But I understand what you're saying, Devo. You saying like they saying he's number one right now, pound for pound. He on pound for pound or something. I don't know. We got to see a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like the last guy he fought, he just went and got a first round knockout. So I don't know how good he is. Yeah, the last guy he knocked out or he stopped just got a first round knockout against somebody. It wasn't a trash guy either. Yeah, he got a chin. I've been noticing too, like Terence Crawford said though. No, not like Cruz. Cruz got a chin. I got a story coming out about Cruz chin. Cruz got a different kind of chin. I don't know, man. Hey, Grinch, I was gonna agree with you, but I forgot Cruz was taking some punches from Tank. And Cruz just said something about Tank having a lot of power. Cause I've seen some guys who are like welterweights and guys who fight at 160 and 54. They talk about how Tank got a lot of power and they got buzz about Tank. I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of power, man. Yeah, Matia's a problem. You can't sleep on him though, for real. He got a. I know the style look boring and stuff, but I don't know, man. These dudes been getting beat up. We gonna see, bro. I'm telling you, that Paro fight, it's gonna show us. It's gonna show us what's really going on. That's why I'm telling you, Devo. We're gonna find out in 2 months. We 8 weeks away. Oh, Urkashev got some power. That dude Urkashev just had a first round knockout. That dude Urkashev got some power. But I don't know if he's gonna be able to. He don't, man. Eastside Cruz, man. I don't know. Matias and Eastside Cruz, I don't know, dog. Man, I probably have to go with Cruz in that one. That's hard to say. I like Cruz though. Yeah, I don't know. I have to go with Cruz on that one. People don't realize Cruz was like what? How old was Cruz when he fought Tank? 22? Cruz was like 22 when he fought Tank. People don't realize that Cruz was 22 when he fought Tank, like 22, 23 when he fought Tank Davis. They acting like Eastside Cruz fought Tank when he was 30 years old. Nah, he was a young guy in there trying to learn on the job. Bro, Eastside Cruz was in that ring like y'all would have thought Eastside Cruz fought in front of a packed out arena all the time. They was at the Staples Center, man. I don't know if people understand that. They were playing in a Lakers arena. Packed. Eastside Cruz was in there like they was sparring. Yeah, I know. That's the good thing though, Grinch. I'm glad Grinch said that. Yeah, that's why I had to think about that Devo. Cruz, man, he young, man. People don't know that. That's why I had to think about that Matias. I mean, not Matias, Grinch. Because Matias, he that's why he's starting to move, man. He's 31 now. Because I don't want nobody to catch him when he out of his prime, like 33, and then they say, "Oh, he a bum." You know what I'm saying? You know how people do that, man. I don't know when his prime gonna start going, but he's still in his prime right now. That's why he moving fast, though. That's exactly why he moving fast. Yeah, I had put that up. Yeah, he been a mandatory for some months. When I was doing a story on that about Rolly, I didn't think it was a big deal, but it's actually came out to be a big deal since Cruz has stepped up to the picture. I ain't gonna lie, people like Barroso, a lot of these mistakes, bro, they actually good for boxing. Like Barroso, him fighting and kind of challenging Rolly, that changed a lot of stuff. He didn't win, but it changed a lot of things. Yeah. PBC was smart though. You gotta give PBC credit because Eastside Cruz had a loss already, and they could have went with somebody else. They could have picked anybody else they wanted to, but they went with Eastside Cruz, and he was a late replacement. I ain't gonna lie, I was gonna do a video on that, but I tell y'all during the live, so it is what it is. But PBC one of the best at doing late replacement fights. Y'all gotta realize every time they do late replacements, they usually turn out good. You got Fandor, and now you had Eastside Cruz with Tank. Those are some very good late replacement fights. We gotta have other promotional companies that do that because I've seen Golden Boy and other guys They don't have good late replacement fighters. Got to start to pay these guys a lot more. That's what people don't realize, man. I was telling people that Tszyu is going to be a huge talent for PBC. And this is why, man. You got to get some guys who want to fight everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be Floyd. We definitely like the guys like Barrios who will get in the ring and fight everybody. That still has value in today's box. I've been trying to preach that to Canelo, but everybody else been listening. I don't know. It's fighters that listen to this channel. You know what I'm saying? So they taking that Mike Tyson recipe and they running with it. And Tszyu is following that recipe. I don't know if y'all know it or not. Tszyu following that path. He not Mike Tyson and I'm not gonna get out of hand. I'm just talking about as far as fight whoever you need to fight. Oh, they said no Thurman, Fedora. Oh yeah, him too. Okay, that's what you're supposed to do. That's how you become the guy. Now Canelo got to sit up here and he got to compete with all these younger guys who putting on these fights. That's instant classics. And now him and Munguia got to have a better fight than Fedora versus Tszyu. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be asking about that around Cinco de Mayo. Because it's a good chance that fight won't be as good as Tszyu versus Fedora. And that's gonna explain a lot of things I've been telling people about boxing. We got a lot of guys that don't even want to let their hands go. Tszyu was letting his hands go with blood in his face. So these other guys don't have no excuse. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a lot of things going on in boxing. This gonna be one of the best years of boxing we had in probably the last 10 years because we actually have young guys who are not afraid to get into action. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but it's gonna be around for a long time. It definitely helps, and the fans prove, you know what I'm saying? It definitely doesn't matter that some guys take a loss. Nobody, I haven't heard anybody say, you know, Tszyu lost, man. I'm not gonna watch him again. But some of these boxers, you know what I'm saying, like Canelo, you don't realize that. Yeah, that undercard was terrible. You heard about the undercard they got, Grinch? Man, they got a bad undercard. I think one of the best fighters they got on the undercard is Sergey Kovalev. And he hasn't fought since, I think he fought once after Canelo fight, but he hasn't been around either. That Fury undercard, I'm very disappointed in that undercard. I tried to warn people so they don't have to spend their money on it if they ain't want to, but it's a very bad undercard. Like the best fighter, the most known fighter on that card is what, Sergey Kovalev and Jai Patai. And he was on that you know, the guy who got the knockout before Dimitri Bivol fought in that Day of Reckoning when Wilder and Joshua just fought in December from Australia, the cruiserweight. That's all they got on the card. That card is terrible. I'm telling you, y'all do not want to go look at it. I don't even want to report it, man. It's so bad. The cards that came on this weekend are better than the Tyson Fury card by far. That's what I'm saying, man. What kind of money they spending? But you know, I don't want to get all into a situation where I'm dictating how they gonna set up fights and stuff, but it's not helping stuff right now. I definitely feel like the Usyk and Fury fight gonna be huge though. That whole month, if you look at it, it's so many fights coming on. They gonna make Navarrete fight on a Monday, man. I didn't know May 18th was on a Monday. So they gonna have Canelo fight May 4th, then Inoue fights May 6th, Lomachenko May 11th, then Navarrete May 13th, and then Tyson Fury May 18th. That's a lot of fights, man. That's just the first half of May. The first half of May, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 big fights. It's gonna be loaded, man. We definitely gonna find out who the best in a minute. It's not gonna be like it was over the last couple of years. We're gonna find out who's the best. A lot of people definitely questioning that. I got more news coming out. I'm slow walking a lot of this news, man. I wasn't gonna report a lot of this stuff, but I had to basically put that out since all y'all know, y'all following everything. But I knew that the Fundora fight. I mean, they gonna talk about Fundora and Crawford and Tszyu these next couple of months, but these guys don't know who they gonna fight. They don't know. That's why they was coming up with all kind of answers this weekend. People like, why do you don't know? Why you don't know who? Because people didn't think that Fundora was gonna win. So now they got to figure out what's gonna happen. You know, most fans were saying that Tszyu was gonna fight Crawford next. So now we go from Tszyu versus Crawford for the last 6 months. And now we figuring out what Fundora is gonna do. So it's a bad situation for everybody right now. But if you think that Boston is gonna be in a situation where Terence Crawford is not needed, oh, you're gonna hold yourself back a long time. Terence Crawford definitely needed in boxing right now. We ain't got no action going on. We don't have that much action. I mean, except for what happened this weekend. That's kind of what I was looking for from the Tyson Fury fight. That's why I said the Saudi Arabia cards, we haven't really had excitement like that as far as in the Ngannou fight. Yeah, as far as I'm talking about up and down the fight cards. I kind of explained to people that a lot of these cards were loaded. A lot of fans tuned in, so they knew. A lot of real boxing fans knew that the card was going to be amazing this weekend, but a lot of people still got surprised. That's why it's good to see these young guys kind of fighting right now, so you can be able to appreciate them down the line instead of finding out when they're like 35, 34. It's going to be almost too late to kind of figure out. You know, everybody's not going to be like Pacquiao and fight to that 45 or whatever. So I definitely see some changes in Boston going on. But shout out to Grinch, man, Devo, go good, man. Everybody who tuned in. G up. Shout out to G up too, man. I ain't never seen G up. Shout out to Adam. But I'm gonna definitely talk to y'all later, man. I'm gonna try to report some more news. I might be back on later, but if I'm not, I'm gonna talk to y'all later on tomorrow. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for the support. Yeah, shout out to Go Good, man. Appreciate it for tuning in, Go Good. Shout out to everybody tuning in, man. Shout out to Devo, Grinch. Probably around the same time. If not the same time, I'm gonna be early or late. It's gonna be early morning. If it's not around this time, I'm gonna be at night. You know, I usually have the same time. If it's not early, probably gonna be late or around this time. Unless I have some more stories coming up. I was gonna talk about the Mike Tyson thing again, but I did like 2 lives about that already. But Mike Tyson came out and basically said some stuff I said in my live 2 weeks ago. He said everything I said in my live. I don't know if I should cover that or not, but he kind of said everything I said in my live. You know, people didn't really pay attention to it, so I was like, okay. But yeah, Mike Tyson, he exposed everything. I told it. Go Good. You remember what we said about Mike Tyson? About the money? About what he said about the money and stuff like that? Mike Tyson said, I get billions of views just talking about fighting. He said, I don't know what these old guys talking about. I get billions of views just talking about fighting. And I told people that Mike Tyson get a bag all the time. Like, he just want to do what he want to do what everybody else doing. He said everybody else get to do what they want to do. So he just told him, like, he was snapping at him, like, I told people, man. I said a couple of weeks ago he was gonna do that. I don't know if that was a couple of weeks ago. It might have been last week. Yeah, but they said he got a little irritated, you know what I'm saying? Because Mike Tyson helped a lot of people get rich. You know, if y'all help anybody get rich and they start questioning you, you're gonna get mad too. You're gonna be like, what? Yeah, I hope Mike do his thing too. I just hope he do all right in the fight. You know, Mike know his body better than we do. He look, hey, all I can go off of is he was in better shape in the Roy Jones fight than I thought he was. You know what I'm saying? He was cutting out the ring better than most of these guys do right now. So yeah, he was definitely Mike gonna definitely be a problem. You know, anybody who boxed before in real life, man, it don't matter how old you is, you still gonna be able to knock a guy out. You know what I'm saying? We done seen some boxers on the street knock some guys out. So to be honest with you, I don't even know what the weight class. They got some rules coming in, but I don't know, man. Jake Paul, if he don't come in overweight and everything else, he come in clean, he'll be all right. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. I ain't gonna lie, Gretch. After what I seen from Jake Paul last couple of fights, nah, it ain't it. Them last couple of fights he did, that last fight, that dude was trash. That last fight, that last guy was, nah, he was the worst. Oh yeah, you know he is. You definitely know he is. He gonna try to knock him out. He gonna try to KO him. Yeah, he gonna try to KO him. Yeah, it's gonna be a scared. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be a scared kind of KO he going for. Exactly. I might talk about that tomorrow. Y'all think I should talk about that story tomorrow or later on? I might do it either later on or tomorrow. I might talk about it unless I find something else going on. If I don't find no other story going on, I'll probably talk about it. Cause it's a lot of information in that story. Oh yeah, that's cool. All right, bet. We'll talk about that tomorrow then. Cause that's definitely a good story y'all need to hear. Because Mike, he gonna shake some things up, man. Tim Tszyu having a classic fight like that, and Mike Tyson coming up. That's good news for me. Y'all heard about Canelo recently? Talking about some now Canelo mentioning Benavidez and all these guys again. Man, trying to tell you. That pressure's starting to get hot, bro. I got somebody Eastside Cruz. They talking about Eastside Cruz and the new man in Mexico right now. Bro, if y'all hear how Eastside Cruz is being talked about in Mexico, I got some stories coming out about this today. Man, they trying to replace Eastside Cruz with Canelo. They do not want Canelo around. They like, oh yeah, we just take the Eastside Cruz guy. From what I've seen, man, people don't know that, but I'm gonna let people know what because they think all these Mexican fans is super Canelo'd out, but nah, the people are speaking right now. All right, bet. I'm gonna talk about that too. Go good. I might do a live about that. Bet I might do a live about that tomorrow. I'm gonna find some information on that on some more of that stuff. Cause that's really my lane I'll be talking about. But yeah, I'm gonna find some more information about some of that stuff. Some of it's actually good, so I can't talk about the bad part of it, cause it's like, you know, they trying to put Tim Tszyu in the mix right now, so I can't complain about them putting Tim Tszyu in the mix because you know this weekend was a classic, so I'm not gonna complain about that. They really trying to slide the young guys in right now. I'll talk about it. I'll bring it on later on. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk about it later on. Yeah, I'll definitely talk about that. Shout out to my brother Go Good, man, and Grinch. Shout out to Grinch too, man. Which one, Jose or William? You talking about William Zaveda? Nah, it's not so much. Sometimes we'll say overrated, but sometimes overrated mean I need to see more. I ain't seen enough. I ain't seen enough yet. So no, I think Williams Zapata that guy. I think he's good. I think Williams Zapata is really that guy. It's hard to tell though, because I seen a couple of people from overseas recently, like come out in the first couple of rounds, like how Maxie Hughes did against him. But I think Williams Zapata is a good though. I think he's a very good fighter. You know, it's different against a guy who can just get out there and jab and have a power, but I think Williams Zepeda is a good fighter. And I think he gonna try to go after Lomachenko soon. Him and Loma might be next up, man. Don't be surprised. All right, since you asked me about it, Grinch, I'm gonna tell you. So since Oscar De La Hoya talked to Bob Arum last year, I think they mentioned something about Zepeda and Lomachenko. So I would watch out for Zepeda and Lomachenko. Some news about that coming out after May 11th when Lomachenko fight. So you'll definitely probably hear some news about that. But we're gonna see if he's super overrated. But I don't think he's overrated. I think he's a good fighter. I think he's a good fighter. It's just they've been bringing him along slow, but yeah, they would have fought each other. But right now, from what I've seen, Oscar doesn't want to put everybody in the ring. He don't want to put all his fighters in the ring. Cause you gotta think about it. Oscar, he really got every fighter he got in the championship fight right now, really. Most of them. Well, he got Ryan, Zordo. I know he got Ramirez and Virgil on the 2 cards. I know Ramirez is a new guy, but he got Barbosa. He just got from Top Rank. That's like #1 contender right now. So it's a lot of his fighters he's basically throwing in the fire right now. And Zepeda's one of the guys he's kind of taking his time with, but he's at the point right now he's like, nah, Zepeda need to go ahead and fight Loma right now. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, Zepeda gonna end up fighting younger guys. The guys at 135, they only getting younger and younger. So he don't want to be the old guy at 135 like Loma. Not the old guy, but you know what I mean, the older guy. While you fighting all the young guys. So he needs to get a belt before. Because, you know, a guy like Keyshawn, he could mess around and get a belt or something like that. So, but Zepeda, Top Rank's not going to give Shakur Stevenson a top opponent right now. I think the best option he had was Frank Martin. But with Zepeda, I think Zepeda had an option to fight Tank. So at the end of the day, Zepeda picked between Shakur Stevenson, Lomachenko, and Tank Davis. Once I knew that Zepeda turned down Tank Davis, or Oscar De La Hoya turned down Tank Davis, I knew that he wasn't going after Shakur Stevenson. Oscar De La Hoya asked Frank Martin to fight Shakur Stevenson after the deal. I think this was this year. Frank Martin said, I want to fight Williams Zepeda. Oscar De La Hoya said, why don't you fight Shakur Stevenson, then we'll fight you. So I don't think Oscar gonna make that fight. He's gonna be all right. They're gonna try to set him up with certain fights at 140. They basically gonna do the same thing they've been doing with him. He hasn't been fighting like the main guys, but people are still watching. People are still watching. You know, Rolly's a goofy guy, man. He's just naturally like that. He's naturally like that. I think he's gonna fight the same type of guys he's been fighting. They're not gonna try to change anything up with him. He just lost a belt. He's been a champion, at 2 different weight classes, so he's done more than most people. So he's pretty good. He's still entertaining. He's gonna be entertaining. So I feel like they're gonna still push him. Yeah, he got to keep growing. I feel like he needs a new trainer. He was doing a decent job in this fight, but he got to find some kind of balance to his style and what he brings to the table. He definitely got to do something different. But I feel like he still got a chance. He can improve. There's a lot of guys still improving, so he wouldn't be the only one that's improving. But he definitely needs to step it up a little bit. But yeah, man, that's all I got though. Shout out to Grinch and go good, man. I'm talking to you guys later. But that's all I got though. Please like and subscribe.